Hey guys, welcome to Tips on Tuesday.
And we are House of Love.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's jump right into it.
So what the topic is that we want to talk about for this week is finding the good in everything. And so for us, that's really like what we just love to do. It helps us with no matter what situations it doesn't have to be even a negative situation, but just finding the good in people, finding the good in a situation that's happening. Maybe you're stuck in traffic. Maybe, your car broke down. Maybe you find the good in everything, and especially in people is something that we are really growing into. If you can master finding the good in people, that means that you found a lot of, I think, self-worth and self-love as well within yourself.
Rabbi Nachman talks about this very, very extensively. And Rabbi Nachman teaches the importance of waking up in the morning. And that's one of the first things that you're doing is looking deep within yourself and finding those good points. And why is that important? Because how we view ourselves will determine how we view other people. So if we don't like ourselves, if we're always finding faults, if we're always focusing on the bad things, the negative traits, the negative character traits, then what are we going to do with people? We're going to focus on the negative traits, and we're going to always pinpoint those things. So you find the good points within yourself, and then also, yes, it helps you with being able to see the good in other people, but it also changes your perspective in life as well. How you view everything around you. It helps with your overall perspective. So finding the good in myself has really deepened my connection with Hashem as well. Why? Because Hashem created me. So by me finding these good points, it's me recognizing that Hashem designed me very unique, very different. He took the time to design my being. And so when you really think about that, I'm like, wow, it's actually pretty mind-blowing that Hashem thought so much about me that he actually took the time to say, hey, I'm going to give Ladero these type of qualities, and he's going to look like this, and he's going to have these particular interests, and so by finding those good points, it's actually me telling Hashem thank you.
Absolutely.
It's actually me showing my gratitude. Hashem, I'm so grateful that I'm here today.
And the reason why we're sharing this is like our Tips on Tuesdays is always something that we're actually growing through, or something that we talked about through the week. And we actually had a conversation, with our son. He had mentioned something just about a particular person. And we said, you know what, son, find the good though. What was the good within that person? So we sat down, we talked about it, and he was able to find the good points. It's so easy, or you're so quick, people can be so quick to just pinpointing the negative instead of finding what is good. And when you find the good, you're gonna feel much even better. I feel like you're gonna feel much better even about yourself.
100%.
It makes your life, I think, less stressful.
100%.
For us,
100%.
it makes it so much less stressful when I always look at the good in every situation. Because everything that Hashem does is good.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you said that. Every single thing that Hashem does is good. Everything. Now, it's easier said than done because, yes, there are very, very dramatic things that happen in life. There are things that we would call bad that happen. But one thing we have to understand is that we will never be able to understand what Hashem does. We will never be able to understand his ways, all those things, because we operate in time. Hashem doesn't live in time. So what does that mean? Because he doesn't live in time, we can't see the whole picture. So what we think is bad is ultimately
for the good.
It's ultimately for the good. Because something that we think is bad could be happening, but then a week from now, you see a particular outcome that's incredible. But that incredibleness wouldn't have happened if what we thought was bad never happened. And so we'll end on this note. I was sharing this with my wife a couple of days ago. I was actually doing my Hitbodedut. I was spending some time with Hashem while I was driving home. Hitbodedut, for those who don't know, is basically personal prayer, right? Secluded prayer. And you can talk to Hashem anywhere, anytime, any place, okay? So that was just my personal time that I decided to talk to Hashem. So after I dropped my kids off at school, I'm going home, and there's always traffic of about 40 minutes, right? So I said, this is definitely a good time for me to talk to Hashem. Normally, I'm annoyed, right? Sitting in traffic, you're in a traffic jam, and I'm trying to like switch lanes to try to find the fastest lane to get home, and and so, but then I'm like, you know what? I'm like, Hashem, let me stop. Why am I in a traffic jam? What good can I find in this situation? What's good? And so many things started to come to my mind. And I said, wow, maybe the only reason why I'm in a traffic jam is to let me know that I need to slow down, pause, reflect, think, cultivate gratitude, to say thank you, Hashem. What if that's the only reason for traffic jams? That really resonated with me because I'm so busy. I'm always going. There's so much beauty around us 24/7, 365 that we miss because we're too involved with technology, with certain distractions, with family, with work, with fun. We're distracted. And so what if we have traffic jams just so we can slow down and be thankful? And so then I looked at the palm trees and I said, wow, palm trees are so incredibly beautiful. Thank you, Hashem, for these palm trees. Because for me, when I see palm trees, it puts me in a vibe, right? It makes me feel a certain type of way. I looked at the mountains, right? Out here in California, there's beautiful snow-capped mountains. And I said, wow, Hashem, only you can do something like that. Then I started thinking about my wife. And I said, wow, my wife is pregnant again with our 6th child. And every single birth has been healthy. She's never had any challenges, never had any complications. And I'm like, wow, I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful for our beautiful home, for all of my kids, for everything that's going on in our life. That was the moment. So I was able to find the good in that moment. And it changed my whole day. And that whole entire day, I was able to have that level of awareness. And it was a game changer for me.
Yeah. So like he said, you sit back sometimes and just reflect and thank Hashem. Like, I think, like he said, we can be on the go, and don't take the time to really just acknowledge all of the beauty around us and just the, things that we do have. I mean, people, I think sometimes, and I'm just speaking from us, we can take for granted of just having a roof over our head, food in our refrigerator, having healthy children, right? Yeah. Being healthy ourselves, having people who love us and to be loved and to have a community. So there's just things to just always kind of sit back, reflect, and be grateful for.
So much good.
So
much good, right? So we challenge anyone who's watching this video to focus on the good. It's a game changer.